With it is Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. They go play action here on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And connection number one there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls it my number one target.
Ten yards still left on second down. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. The 20. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Well, we all know that the instinct is to fight for every possible yard and try and pick something up. But every now and then, you've got to know when to turn off your instinct. Okay, in this situation, find a way to go down and save some yardage. I mean, quarterbacks do it all the time, right? Play up, we don't have it, just take the sack, fight for another down. In this case, though, he kept trying to make something happen, and that loss in yardage, it changes field position, changes everything you're trying to do on offense, really puts him in a bad spot.
They try again with Lewis. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go now. 3-19.
A play fake to Lewis. Here's Garoppolo finding time. Great protection. And he's taken down. back at his own 7. James Harrison in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards. He's on to punt it away. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Brown. That'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. The New England defense gearing up to take the field. They were able to pick up a big fumble last time with a
and to hold your ground a little bit. They actually flipped things, didn't they? Took the ball away, created something for their own team.
And they'll be trying to create something for their team once more. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
The play clock's running down. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards.
Key 26, key 26.
Delayed game, offense.
Tighten up, tighten up. Hold together.
Still 2nd down.
Single, 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 single.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterback. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
But he locates Wheaton complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run.
James has got it, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Time running out here on the play clock. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go. 319.
This is Lewis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Now fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's good. Go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. This will be caught at about the 5. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away. The football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Garoppolo. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman from 4 yards out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to...
Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't... worry about just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
He'll look to throw. He's got time. That's caught at the 25. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Sometimes those guys take him the 7th round, you can think, oh, maybe he's just happy to be in the league. I don't think that's the case here.
And you know those actor friends that we have? How do they start every script?
I don't have any actor friends.
What's my motivation? Right? Well, this guy's motivation is you got picked in the 7th round, so no one expects you to make the team, let alone have an impact. And we know plenty of guys have done exactly that as 7th rounders.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Whoosh. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So that'll do it for the first quarter as we kick off another season. 10-6 the score. More from the Steel City. Coming back with Charles Davis, Brent. Gordon, it's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Let's go! They'll set up a throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches, hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Third down now following the run.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Lewis. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
And now they call on Stephen Gostkowski. His career-long 57 yards set just a year ago. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs in that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was
situation.
going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll come out in the pistol. The give is to Bell. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Back to throw. Man open left side is Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Hey, the defense is in this game as well. They wanted to make it a tough 3rd down. They were able to do so on that last play, preventing a big gain. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown from 21 yards away. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steelers defense, we watch them get set to go. They had a clean slate last time defensively, forcing that super long field goal that was no good.
And from experience, I can tell you that, yeah, you want to block any type of a field goal attempt, but I don't know if you go all out at that distance. You send someone to the kicker to make sure they actually execute it, but you really play for a fake. You don't want to get beat that way and just play the odds, and the odds were in their favor, and the miss did occur. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And his throw is incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target. And now it's third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. James Harrison able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll come on for his fifth kick of the night. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Jamal Sheard on the stop. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here's Bell. And he's got room. And a cut to the sideline. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. extra point now by Boswell. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out here in the eye.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They run. This is Lewis. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
On on second down. Here's Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And it's third down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll come on to kick for a sixth time tonight. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said,
and that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown. Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, an 80-yard touchdown. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's got his man on the out route. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Over the middle, it's Amendola. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them the lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. Another pistol look here. On 3rd down, here's Bell. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On now, the Steelers' 2nd-year punter. This is Australian-born Jordan Berry. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Into double coverage and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
All right, here we go. Blue,
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA halftime report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Steelers are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Patriots didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Steelers with possession halfway through 1. Bell's going to spin away, and he'll run it in from 19 yards out. That takes the lead up to 7. We go now late in the first. Pass will be completed out of the gun. And after the short pass, he'll score. The Pats trail now by 1. Steelers snap it from the 22-yard line. Browns got the catch here. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. The Steelers push their lead to 11. Steelers have the football midway through the second. Bell's going to take it off the right side, and he'll take this 42 yards for the score. Steelers push the lead to 17. Now 1st and 10, Bryant's able to get free for the deep pass. After the long pass, he'll score.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran James Harrison. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's his first career game, and now he has thrown his first career interception.
So let's face it, that's very simply his welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it?
Get it out of the way, right?
Get it out of the way, and he hopes it'll be the last for this game and not too many in his career. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, this whole line, they've had trouble with a pass rush all game long. This time it cost them 2 points.
I mean, you've got a quarterback back there who's running for his life, and he's had no time to throw the football. They've sacked him time and again, and this time they do it in the end zone.
You said it, partner. No time, none whatsoever.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And they'll give it to him here. Oh, look at the juke. And some room to roam now. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point now by Boswell. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15... mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smells terrible. Play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Way beyond Bell. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Down. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be first down, New England. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They slot Gronkowski outright.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. There's Garoppolo to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jamie Collins able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Surveying the field. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey. Here we go now. 3, 9, 10.
They're going to try and throw. Dante Hightower in there to get him for his second sack of the night. So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt it out near midfield, now they've left their defense with no margin for error.
No, zero. And I don't care how much confidence you have in your defense. I don't care if you say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive because those guys can pick me up. You really put them in an impossible situation because at the least you're giving up 3 in that situation, right? So I would have punted the ball out of there and given them a little bit of a cushion.
And they give this time to the tailback. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Here we go. 3, 9, 10.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Goes underneath for Bell. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
He'll drop to throw. Man open left side is Brown. That one goes for 24 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On play action, they'll throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. This is Bell. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Boswell for the extra point.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They come out here in the eye.
39! Green 39!
Watch 98. Watch 98.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag.
After reviewing the play, the running on the field is reversed.
coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Javon Hargrave in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
Not a lot of dance steps in that run. That's much more like being that bowling ball, just going down and scattering some pins, breaking through contact, breaking through tackles, and he knows how to finish a run.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Bell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he cuts it back right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. And with that scamper into the end zone, it breaks the single-game record for rushing touchdowns.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Every variety of run we wanted to see, we got to see. And a brand new record has been established today.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through. the end zone for a touchback.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, Garoppolo going underneath for Lewis. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Gronkowski, slot left.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's 4th and 4.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Cut back, left sideline. It's a big run that time by Bell. And with that carry, he has done it. He breaks the single-game rushing record.
How about doing it in the spotlight of our game? How wonderful is that to see all those yards accumulated, culminating in a brand new NFL record?
They'll try and run. This is Williams. That's strong running. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Garoppolo. And he finds a man with a crossing route. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Garoppolo on 1st down. Finding time. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end. And maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Garoppolo again. Amendola catching it left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This is caught. Gronkowski. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Play fake to Lewis. Here's Garoppolo. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Bell. Always got some breathing room. And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Past the 20. And he loses the football a second time. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Let's go. 3-19.
Garoppolo now. First down throw. He's got time. Wide open. Julian Edelman. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 22 on that one. And that's good for a New England first down. And now a first down following that long gain. In the completion, nice throw, nice catch. But Charles, big thanks goes to the men up front.
They allowed the quarterback to throw out of the rocking chair, so to speak. Plenty of time to survey the field and find an open man.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. First down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. draws well for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got zero.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up second down. Second and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the... And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo on first down. Surveying the field. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there. And now it's second down. And on second and 10 now.
That's what I do. Here we go now.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, and that takes us from second to third down. So a ways to go here on third and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Green with a catch left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out. He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offensive coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
They'll run it with Bell. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll go again with Bell. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Called it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position. Help out your team.
He gets it to Brown. Complete. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
First and goal from the 1, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. And now out come the Patriots. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. The throw left side complete to Hogan. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Gronkowski, slot left.
Hurry up, here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Wide open, Gronkowski. 23 yards on the play. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
All right, here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Pittsburgh, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for New England, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
babe. Show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this all white fit, looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on ya.
Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Yeah. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight.
DJ Fresh, DJ Fresh, DJ Fresh. Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M